Alright, we got our Megasquirt running here. We're going to put this on the Toyota 3RZ motor in a mud truck and see what we can set up here. We've got our stimulator board here with the the different pulses here. You have the RPM, and you have the O2 sensor, and then you have the TPS, the inlet air temperature, and the coolant temperature. Little variable pots on there where you can tweak and adjust. So we got to bring our RPMs up. So there we are. We're pulsing. That means the engine's running. And then here we have the engine RPM, the throttle position, the injector pulse width for bank 1 and bank 2, timing advance, the actual fuel load, the oxygen sensor voltage, and the timing. So as we take our RPMs and bring them up, we can see that they basically go up, changing our spark advance all at the same time, and our pulse width going there. So we're going to bring it back down to about 1,000 RPMs, and we're going to take our oxygen sensor, and you can see down in there, it's basically going up and then back down. And then we're going to go to the throttle position sensor, which will be that one up there. We can bring it back down to 0%, and then back up to all the way up to 100%. So that's all functioning, doing what it's supposed to do. And then we have the coolant temperature, which obviously affects the pulse width for bank 1 and bank 2. It doesn't really change. It does change in the timing advance. And then we also have the coolant temperature sensor, which is going to change our pulse width going to the injectors also, and a little bit on the spark advance. So that's what we've got there. And then we'll go over here to the advance for tuning, and we'll look at the fuel, and you can see our active cell is where the blue dot is up there. So we'll increase the RPMs, and it basically goes up until we get the red line, and then you can see the actual engine speed. It's pretty cool. You can run up to about 13,900 RPMs. Anyway, you can see that the blue dot's moving back and forth. I don't have. We have some correction factors for a few of the other sensors. There's the exhaust. You can see the oxygen sensor millivolts is going up and back down. We hit a red line on that, and then, like I said, the engine RPM will go up and down over there. So we got that, and then we can close that. And what else do we have here we can look at? Not too much else in here. Acceleration enrichment, startup, basic settings. Here's your table. You see the yellow right here shows the active cells where we're at, and we're at 3,700 RPMs, and bring it back down to 700 RPMs, and back up. And then as you drive, it will follow. It'll average out all the cells around there, and it will, based on your ignition on the load, and then the 700 RPMs up to 6,000 RPMs, it'll move around and do its thing. So, and we can also look at it on a 3D mode, just like we did before. What else can we show on here? You have an Afr table where you're at, and you got 16 to 1 down here, and then over here you got 12.2 to 1 and 12.8 where we're sitting at right now. And we can bring the load RPMs back down, and you can see that it kind of follows itself. That's the basic settings on it. So you have fuel, AFR. You also have the ignition table, which is basically the same type of deal based on RPM. So that's a TunerStudio. You have warm-up enrichment, whether it's ready or not, and we also have it being synchronized down here. So that's about it.